Helo bawb, Adam dwi a chroeso nôl i'r ardd. Croeso i dysgu Cymraeg yn yr ardd gwers rhif 4. Hello, I'm Adam and welcome back to the garden. Welcome to Learn Welsh in the Garden, Lesson 4. Heddiw, byddwn ni'n dysgu sut i drawsblannu eginblanhigion ac yn trafod yr amodau tywydd sydd angen i dyfu planhigion. Today, we're going to discuss transplanting seedlings and the weather conditions that we need for growing our plants. Sut ydych chi heddiw? Sut ydych chi heddiw? How are you today? Dwi'n dda iawn, diolch. Dwi'n dda iawn, diolch. I'm very well. The sun is shining, the birds are singing, we're in spring, it's a lovely day, and today I'm going to be transplanting. So you remember when I said about forming a sentence? Dwi'n hadau in our previous videos, or dwi'n dyfrio planhigion. Well, today we're going to be trawsblannu, transplanting. So the Welsh word for transplanting is trawsblannu. So the Welsh verb for planting is plannu, dwi'n plannu. I'm planting. Dwi'n plannu planhigion chilli yn yr ardd. I'm planting chilli plants in the garden. Dwi'n plannu. So to transplant is to trawsblannu. So traws is over or across. Trawsblannu, over plant. Felly heddiw, rydyn ni'n mynd I drawsblannu. We're going to transplant. And we're going to be transplanting eginblanhigion pupur. Eginblanhigion pupur. I've got them grown here already. These have come on a little bit better because they were sown earlier, but these here are ready, as you can see now, to be sown. Felly, beth sydd angen arnom ni? Beth sydd angen arnom ni? Mae angen pot o gompost, can dŵr, eginblanhigion, pensil, neu fys. So a pencil or a finger, to create a hole in the pot or compost. So we need a pot of compost, a watering can, and seedlings to get going. So peat-free compost, as always, compost di fawn. Again, try not to overly fill the pots, just give them a little bit of a shake like that, tap them down. We don't want to compact them. Dyn ni ddim eisiau cywasgu nhw. Compact them. Now we've got our pot ready. Gyda chan dŵr, mae angen dyfrio. So you'll notice I've said bydd angen, mae angen. So the Welsh word for need or we must is angen. Bydd angen. We need to water the compost. Bydd angen I ni ddyfrio'r compost. Bydd angen I ni ddyfrio'r compost. So, dwi'n dyfrio'r pot o compost gyda chan dŵr. Dwi'n dyfrio pot o compost gyda chan dŵr. And then, gyda'r pensil, with the pencil, dwi'n creu twll. I'm creating a hole. Dwi'n creu twll, fel chi'n gweld, as you can see. Yn barod ar gyfer yr eginblanhigion. Ready for the seedlings. So with the seedlings, gently with the pencil, try and slowly prise them from the pot. Un tip pwysig, an important tip, make sure that you remove them touching the leaves and not the stem. Y dail, nid a stem. And by doing so, we don't risk breaking the young seedlings, yr eginblanhigion ifanc. So raising them up like this, and as you can see, we've got them removed. And this is an eginblanhigin chilli. We've got the stem, y ddeilen, the leaf, y gwreiddiau, the roots, y gwreiddiau. And with our eginblanhigin, we're going to gently plant it in the hole. Rydyn ni'n mynd I blannu fe yn y twll. And that is trawsblannu. Rydym ni wedi trawsblannu. We have transplanted. Dwi wedi trawsblannu eginblanhigin mewn pot o gompost. Dwi wedi trawsblannu, eginblanhigin mewn pot o gompost. Now you'll notice I've added the wedi is how we form the past tense. I have done something. Dwi wedi gwneud rhywbeth. So we put wedi before the verb to indicate us in the past tense in some senses. So dwi wedi trawsblannu. I have transplanted. I've transplanted. Dwi wedi trawsblannu. Wel, dwi wedi trawsblannu eginblanhigion. I have transplanted the seedlings. And as you can see, I'm getting them ready now to put them back into the greenhouse where they can have plenty of warmth, digonedd o gynhesrwydd. And that's what we're going to be discussing next. What kind of growing conditions do our plants need, and how do we say that in Welsh, yn Gymraeg? Felly, pa amodau tyfu sydd angen ar ein planhigion? Croeso i'r tŷ gwydyr. Dwi yn y tŷ gwydyr. Dwi yn y tŷ gwydyr. So remember we're saying croeso i'r ardd. Dwi yn yr ardd. Welcome to the garden. I'm in the garden. Well, the Welsh word for greenhouse is tŷ gwydyr. Literally the glass house. So greenhouse, glass house are simultaneous in English. Felly croeso i'r tŷ gwydyr. Welcome to the greenhouse. Ac yn y tŷ gwydyr, dyn ni'n tyfu planhigion sydd angen gwres. Planhigion sydd angen gwres. So in the greenhouse, we grow plants that require heat. Gwres, heat, gwres. So the Welsh word for heat is gwres. Felly planhigion sydd angen. So we've got the angen again, gwres. Plants that need or require heat. So stuff like tomatoes, cucumber, brenhinllys, basil. All kinds of plants that grow better in warmer conditions. We also use the word cynnes. Cynnes for warmth in Welsh. Cynhesrwydd, cynnes. But heat is gwres. And I think on a day like today, when the sun is shining through the glass, it's definitely heat and not warmth that we're discussing. Felly, gwres. Mae angen gwres ar blanhigion I dyfu. Mae angen gwres ar blanhigion I dyfu. Some plants need heat to grow. Dyma'r garlleg. Here's the garlic. Dyma'r garlleg. Mae garlleg angen tywydd oer I dyfu. Mae garlleg angen tywydd oer I dyfu. So garlic requires cooler weather to grow, or cold weather. So tywydd oer is cold weather. And the reason garlic requires cold weather is for the cloves themselves to split and create a bulb, for them to create more garlic cloves. But they also require rhew. Rhew. Now rhew is frost. Rhew. Mae angen rhew ar garlleg I dyfu. Naturally, like every plant, they require warmth and water in the growing season, but we plant garlic ordinarily in the autumn so that they have enough tywydd oer a rhew. Digon o dywydd oer a rhew so that they have enough cold and frosty weather. Blodyn yw hwn. Blodyn yw hwn. This is a flower. This is lesser celandine, or in Welsh, gyda'r. Gyda'r, which directly translates as April's eye. And that's what's fantastic about many Welsh plant names, is they are very descriptive of the kind of plants and when they grow, how they grow, and what conditions they require to grow. So gyda'r naturally grows in April. Now, like most flowers, it requires sunlight, but it also can thrive well in shade, especially the lesser celandine. So the Welsh word for sun is hwyl. Hwyl. So if we were to say it's a sunny day, we would say mae'n ddiwrnod heulog. Heulog. So hwyl becomes an adjective then to describe the kind of weather it is. So mae'n ddiwrnod heulog. Heulog. But hwyl is the Welsh word for sun. The Welsh word for shade is cysgod. 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 Mae'r blodyn hwn yn tyfu mewn cysgod. Mae'r blodyn hwn yn tyfu mewn cysgod. This plant, this flower, is growing in shade. So what creates cysgod yn yr ardd? Cysgod yn yr ardd. What creates shade in the garden? Well, coed a chymylau. Trees and clouds. Now the Welsh word for cloud is cwmwl, but the plural form is cymylau. Remember we spoke about adding the I, the AU, to an end of a word to form a plural in Welsh. So blodyn is flower, blodau is flowers, llyseien is vegetable, llysiau is vegetables, cwmwl, cymylau. So cymylau create shade in the garden as well because they block out the hwyl, yr heulwen, the sun. So if it's a cloudy day, we say mae'n ddiwrnod cymylog. Mae'n ddiwrnod cymylog. Mae'n ddiwrnod cymylog. So we're talking about a sunny day. Mae'n ddiwrnod heulog. Mae'n ddiwrnod cymylog. So often in Welsh, when we want to create an adjective, we add the og sound to an end of the word. So mae'n heulog, mae'n gymylog. And if it was windy, the Welsh word for wind is gwynt. So wind helps with pollination, for example. But wind, gwynt, to say it's windy, gwyntog. Mae'n ddiwrnod gwyntog. So mae'n ddiwrnod gwyntog yn yr ardd. It's a windy day in the garden. Heddiw, today, mae'n ddiwrnod heulog yn yr ardd. Mae'n ddiwrnod heulog yn yr ardd. Because the sun is shining, it's an absolutely glorious day. And perhaps tomorrow it will be a diwrnod cymylog. Yfory, bydd hi'n ddiwrnod cymylog yn yr ardd. Tomorrow it will be a cloudy day in the garden. So, cymylog, cloudy, gwyntog, windy, heulog, sunny. Hwyl, sun, gwynt, wind, cwmwl, cloud. Practice those words. Pause the video and practice saying them. Think of all weather possibilities in the garden and say, mae'n ddiwrnod gwyntog yn yr ardd. Mae'n ddiwrnod cymylog yn yr ardd. Mae'n ddiwrnod heulog yn yr ardd. So let's recap. The Welsh word for sun is hwyl. So to say that it's sunny, we say heulog. Mae'n ddiwrnod heulog. Mae'n ddiwrnod heulog yn yr ardd. It's a sunny day in the garden. Mae'n ddiwrnod heulog. And the Welsh word for cloud is cwmwl. Cwmwl. So cloudy is cymylog. Cymylog. Mae'n ddiwrnod cymylog yn yr ardd. Mae'n ddiwrnod cymylog yn yr ardd. It's a cloudy day in the garden. And the Welsh word for wind is gwynt. Gwynt. Mae'n ddiwrnod gwyntog. Mae'n ddiwrnod gwyntog. It's a windy day. Windy, gwyntog. And you know, I've forgotten about the rain. And we have plenty of rain in Wales as well, but you wouldn't believe it on a day like today. So the Welsh word for rain is glaw. Glaw. So it's raining. Mae'n bwrw glaw. Mae'n bwrw glaw. It's hitting rain. It's hitting rain. And it always does hit rain in Wales as well. It's never soft and gentle, it hits. So it's hitting rain. Mae'n bwrw glaw. So as you guessed, rainy is glawiog. Glawiog. So mae'n ddiwrnod glawiog yn yr ardd. Mae'n ddiwrnod glawiog yn yr ardd. It's a rainy day in the garden. And I said mae'n bwrw glaw. Well, likewise with snow, mae'n bwrw eira. So the Welsh word for snow is eira. 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 Mae'n bwrw eira. Mae'n bwrw glaw. Mae'n bwrw eira. So if it, for example, was a diwrnod oer yn yr ardd, a cold day in the garden, perhaps it would be bwrw eira. Mae'n ddiwrnod oer yn yr ardd, mae'n bwrw eira. It's a cold day in the garden, it's snowing. Mae'n ddiwrnod oer yn yr ardd, mae'n bwrw eira. Mae'n ddiwrnod gwyntog yn yr ardd, mae'n bwrw glaw. Mae'n ddiwrnod gwyntog yn yr ardd, mae'n bwrw glaw. So not only is it windy, but it's raining as well. So that's one of them days when we buy too many seeds on the internet and we start garden planning and wishing we were outside when we can't be. But in Welsh, simply put, the way we form an adjective is we add an og. So heulog, glawiog, gwyntog, cymylog. Heulog, glawiog, gwyntog, cymylog. So when you want to describe the weather, think of the ogs. Wel, mae heddiw yn ddiwrnod heulog yn yr ardd. Today is a sunny day in the garden, and I'm going to make the most of that now and get on with some of these spring gardening jobs. Gobeithio wnaeth y fideo hyn helpu chi I ddysgu sut I drawsblannu a sôn am y tywydd yn Gymraeg. I hope this video has helped you with transplanting and learning some of the terms to do with the weather in Welsh. As always, please leave a comment under the video if you've got any questions or if you'd like further guidance following what we've discussed in the video today. Gadewch sylw dan y fideo hwn. Tan y tro nesa, hwyl am y tro.